Dr. Masango, Nomzamo has spoken a lot about intergenerational relationships, and we had reached a point as a country where we were saying, we were hearing that we had turned the tide on HIV. Is this actually true? Should we rest now? Are we comfortable? Are there groups that are still left behind? And if they are, what are we doing to make sure that we bring them on board to ensure that we actually end AIDS by 2030?
Thank you so much once again, Mandisa. You've asked different questions. Have we turned the tide? Yes, we have. Can we relax? No, we cannot. Different groups, we have issues there. Maybe on a positive note, one needs to say, as a country, we are one of the countries that have, we are saying we are doing well in terms of collectively responding to HIV. 95, we are there, but then when we deep dive now to different groups, one of those groups is adolescent girls and young women, or rather your 15 to 24, we are not doing well there. We have issues. Maybe one needs to start with looking at different things. HIV prevalence, which is the number of people in a population that have that particular disease. Here we're talking about HIV prevalence. So when you look at HIV prevalence, as a country, we've done well because we've moved now, we're at 25, but then 25 is still high. When we say we're at 25%, what does that mean? It means in a population of 100 people, 25 of them have a disease, have HIV. And then maybe let's look at it closer now to say 25 into 100, it's going 4 times. So now what we are saying 1 in 4. So if we can calculate, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4 means one of them is HIV positive. So if one of them is HIV positive, then if you are having sexual encounters with more than one person, it means you are now exposed to HIV. And then another thing that we need to look at, it's the number of people that are getting the new HIV infections. We have seen that the new infections are now high among the group 15 to 24. That is your adolescent girls and young women. That is where the issue now is coming from. That is where the gap is. And then one needs now to look at what is driving HIV, especially among the youth. We've talked about your intergenerational sex, but I will start with lack of knowledge. You know, what is happening with our young people? People think they know about HIV, but they don't know about HIV. How do you get something that you know? So they don't know about HIV because they are still getting HIV with all the information that is there, but they are still getting HIV. So the question is, how do you get something that you know? Okay.